Welcome back to Sharpen Blade, the podcast where we turn life's challenges into tools for growth. I'm your host, Gio Winchurch, and in today's episode, it's a little bit more of a personal one. At 23, I'm in the middle of one of the most defining decades of life. Your 20s, it's a time of immense change where the decisions we make today set the stage for the rest of our lives. For me, it's been about tackling debt, laying the groundwork for financial stability, and prioritizing health and fitness. But this isn't just about me, it's about showing you how small intentional actions today, like harnessing the power of compound interest and making smarter investment choices, can lead to massive results tomorrow. So, whether you're just starting out or looking for a fresh perspective, let's dive in. On another note, before we continue, I know the audio may be a little bit off today. I've been travelling for the past week and a half over the Christmas period, travelling all over the UK and seeing family. At the moment, I'm currently recording this episode on my iPhone without any headphones or anything, so my headphones are broken and I'm just recording off the phone's audio. So please keep that in mind. But without further ado, let's just dive straight into things. So my 20s have been an absolute whirlwind. I've made so many mistakes, I've learned so many lessons, and I've realised the importance of intentionality. One of the most transformative lessons that I've learned so far is that, of course, money doesn't grow itself, but when you plant it wisely, it can multiply. This leads us to a concept that's completely changed the way I view my finances: compound interest. Let me show you how it works through a story about two people who made very different choices. Imagine two friends, Sarah and Mike. Both are 25 years old and both have the same idea. They want to start investing. Sarah starts early. She invests £200 a month into an index fund, earning an average of 8% annually. She keeps this up for 10 years and then stops, leaving her investments untouched. Mike waits. He spends his 20s travelling, upgrading his lifestyle, and thinking he'll start later. At 35, he finally begins investing the same £200 a month into the same fund and continues for 30 years. At 65, Sarah, who only invested for 10 years, has over £315,000. Mike, on the other hand, who only invested for 30 years, has just under £300,000. Why? Because Sarah's money had a 10-year head start to grow and compound. That's the magic of compound interest. Time is your greatest ally, and the earlier you get started on this, the more powerful your results. Compound interest isn't just about numbers, it's about building a better future. And here's how it works and how I'm applying it in my day-to-day life. Start small. So you don't need a lot of money to begin, even £50 a month to get started investing can really, so if you're doing it consistently, it can really grow into something significant. You are going to be leveraging your index funds. So index funds spread your money across a variety of companies, reducing your risk and giving you access to a long-term market growth, which historically the market grows on average around 7 to 8% annually. So taking advantage of tax benefits, pre-tax. So if you're working for an employer like myself currently, set yourself up with pension schemes because they're a no-brainer. They're essentially free money thanks to the employer contributions and tax relief. So, for example, you get paid at the end of the month, and let's say, for example, you're getting £1,500 or £2,000 at the end of the month. And when that money goes into a pension scheme, the employer matches the rate of which it's going in. So whether that's £100 a month or £50 a month from you and £50 a month from your employer, both of those go into your pension pot, and that goes in before you get paid. So you are not taxed until after that goes in. And then over 12 months, 24 months, 48 months, whatever that looks like, that is going to consistently grow. And then if you leave that job, you always have that pension as well that you can keep paying into. Post-tax individual savings accounts, ISAs, are perfect for tax-free growth in the UK. Definitely something to look into. Getting your money spread across all these multiple accounts is really, really beneficial for you in the future as well. So diversity beyond the stock market, another thing that I'm looking into in my 20s, 23 at the moment. By 25, I'm definitely looking at possibly getting into real estate. So buying property either to rent or live in can generate passive income and long-term equity. ETFs, which are exchange traded funds. These are like index funds, but offer a bit more flexibility in what you can invest in, from industries to regions, and then also bonds. which are lower risk, steady returns, which is great for balancing out a portfolio. Not going to go into too much detail here, by the way. I'm just going to gently cover these things. And then fitness and health as a parallel. My financial journey is deeply connected to my fitness and health. Why? Because building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. And just like in fitness, consistency is king. Eating well, treating food as fuel, not just for your body, but for your mind, has kept me focused and disciplined. Prioritizing sleep, recovery is essential. You can't lift heavier weights or make better financial decisions if you're constantly running on empty. And training consistently, every single rep, every set, all adds up. The same is true for your finances. Every pound you save, every investment you make compounds over time. Fitness teaches discipline, and that discipline carries into your finances and your mindset. When you're healthy, you feel capable of achieving more, whether it's crushing a workout or setting up an investment portfolio. For me, this journey has been absolutely crazy. I've only been doing it for around 3 years in terms of fitness and everything. So I started out when I was 20, and I'm not where I want to be by any means right now, financially or in my fitness. But looking back on when I started out, I feel like I've changed so much, but for all of the great reasons. I'm reading more, I'm developing myself, I'm learning, I'm pushing myself more than I ever could before. All of my bad habits have slowly but surely, they've all gone away. And every single day now, I feel absolutely fantastic. I wake up at the same time every day, whether it's a weekend or a weekday. I am always eager to go to work. I'm always full of energy. I'm looking forward to the future, whereas before, I was a little bit skeptical of things that were coming up in my life. And this for me is fantastic, and I'm so excited moving forward and sharing this journey with you guys, which is why obviously I've got this podcast out and why I'm trying to do these things to help people in our age range, just to let you guys know that you can do it as well, you can make it. And I know it may seem a little bit daunting at times, but it's completely possible, 100%. If I can do it, you can do it. But right now, I'm focused on two main goals. Okay, it's a little bit more personal here. Clearing my debt and laying the foundation for financial freedom. Automating my payments, contributing to investments, and staying disciplined are my tools for success. The results, they won't show overnight, like going to the gym. It takes months, years, before you start seeing significant results. But in 20, 30, or 40 years, I'm going to look back and see that every small step I took in my 20s created a life of freedom and security. Imagine this, a future where you do not have to worry about money, where investments are generating income, and where you have the freedom to pursue your passions. Now, that's what I'm building, and I want you guys to build it along with me, and it all starts now. You just start it today, if you can. I mean, if you can't, that's perfectly fine. For example, for me, I've got a little bit of debt at the moment. I'm not looking into investing loads of money right now, but I'm building that habit. Each and every month, I'm getting my net income from my employer. I have a set percentage, a set figure, that whether my income increases or decreases, especially if you're self-employed, some months you may run dry if you're a business owner or maybe a personal trainer, or you've got your own business, or you're working where your money can fluctuate, maybe you get commissions or whatever. Having set percentages is so much better. So when you're earning more, you're investing more into your future, into your life and your family. And where if you lose a bit, you've still got enough to cover your back, but you're also still investing that same percentage each month into those accounts. So for me, I've got a bit of debt at the moment. I've paid for a personal trainer course that wasn't cheap. I've been unemployed for a short period of time, so I've been eating out of my savings and everything else like that, and traveling and things. So now I'm employed, working in a sales team. Everything's fantastic. I'm absolutely loving it right now. However, I'm building that habit, and it is hard. You do see the money in the account, and sometimes you may not have much money in your main account, and your friends want to go out, and you've really got to be disciplined with yourself, and you've got to say no. I don't know. You could probably laugh at that. It's easier said than done, but there are opportunities, and there will be things that come up where sometimes you just cannot do them. But if there is a fantastic opportunity that is going to help you grow as an individual, and it supports your core values, and it's going to push you in the direction you want to go, by all means. I took out the debt on my credit card for that course, because that's going to benefit me in the future, and that aligns with what I want to do. Yes, I'm going to pay it off, but in that instance, that is a good use of using, a loan or borrowed money, for example. Anyway, so with all that in mind, I hope you've had some key takeaways from this episode. I don't want to keep it too long. Got loads of family stuff going on this week, and I know we've only had shorter episodes in the previous couple of weeks. However, yeah, that's going to do it. Sorry. So thanks for tuning in to the episode of Sharpened Blade. If there's one thing I hope you take away, it's this. Whether it's your finances, your health, or your mindset. Small, consistent actions today lead to extraordinary results tomorrow. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, and remember, life is a grindstone. Whether it sharpens you or wears you down depends on how you face it. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next episode.